Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Feeling Things. I'm Amy.
And I'm Kat.
And I have feelings of the day.
Okay, so multiple?
Multiple feelings. Okay. You want them all? We'll just rattle them off. I feel fun, cool, vulnerable, and glad.
Okay. Did something happen?
I can run through all the reasons why.
Okay.
I feel fun and cool because I went to hip hop dance class last night with my daughter.
Like a workout class? Oh, wait. One of those classes where they teach you a dance and then you do it for everybody?
Right. It wasn't a workout, although you do feel like it's a workout, but it was straight at a hip hop dance studio. And these girls teaching it, they're so cool. I want to be them. The class ranged from age ranges of people in class were 6-year-olds to 60-year-olds.
Wait, 6? You said 6?
Anybody could come, yeah. It's an open call, beginner level class, but some of these people definitely not beginners at all.
What did you wear?
Sweatpants, a little crop top thing. I mean, it didn't really show my stomach, but kind of when I did certain moves, it did. And sneakers.
Okay.
I looked the part. And I had a hat on because I had just had my eyebrows lasered, which some of our listeners have been following this journey. Mm-hmm. Years ago, I had my eyebrows microbladed and I've been lasering that off. And I had my 3rd treatment yesterday. And at the treatment, it was so painful, a tear rolled down my face.
Just one singular tear.
Yeah, I think because I wasn't trying to cry, but the pain just pushed out a tear, I guess. And I knew in that moment, if you ever needed to torture me for information, whatever setting that laser was on, because I think they were trying to target the specific spot and the color that's coming through, because now the brown ink is gone and then there's a red, an orange, a yellow. It's like the layers of the skin. And whatever level it was on yesterday, it was so painful. I knew that's how you get me if you need information.
Okay, well, now we know. But you went from that pain to a hip hop class?
Well, this is why I feel fun and cool, because I didn't think I was going to go. I'd already signed us up, and this is something Stashira has been wanting to do for months. And it just hasn't worked with our schedule. Either her stuff, she's been out of town a lot. I haven't been able to go. And the beginner classes are only on Thursday and Saturday nights. Well, I only have her every other Thursday and every other Saturday. So it's just been difficult. And we finally had it on the books. I prepaid, we were registered. And then I realized, oh, shoot, my laser appointment, which I scheduled 8 weeks ago, is on this same day. I said, it should be fine. Well, but when I leave the laser appointment, I'm in a lot of pain. My brows are red, they're swollen, the hair is blanched white. I can't put any makeup or anything on it, which is why I just have a hat on today, no makeup. Because when I can cover it, when I can put concealer and then do my faux brows and draw them on and put my tinted brow gel over my hair, I've got my brow system down. Yeah. It took me a while to perfect, but now that I've got it, I'm like, I got you, no problem.
Are you still using Lift and Snatch?
Lift and Snatch is one of my best friends. Okay. Yes. I use the Anastasia brow powder. Obsessed. Then, first, step 1, let me tell you, is concealer. Step 2, the brow powder. Step 3, Lift and Snatch. Just little natural strokes. Step 4, Anastasia tinted brow gel. Bam.
Done. Sounds so easy.
Done. I know. People are like, oh, someone even said to me, oh my gosh, your brows. And I kind of snickered inside. I'm like, she has no idea. When I wash my face, they look nothing like this.
Wait, so she asked to go to that class specifically with you?
Yeah, it's something we decided. Back in March, we did that therapy camp. I went with my ex-husband, their dad. We did a co-parenting therapy camp. Just us, overnight at this place called Onsite. And when we were coming up with activities with the therapist of things we could do for dopamine hits, dancing was one of them. And so could be a dance party in your kitchen or just putting on music when you're driving and dancing and singing along. But one thing Stashira expressed in addition to that would be taking a dance class. So I had researched and found one, but it took us till July to finally get our schedules in alignment to where we could go.
So were you nervous?
I was very nervous, but I knew I was going to be there with her, so it was fine. And then when I got there were so many people. And then when I saw that some were sick, some were 60, I thought, okay, I feel a little more comfortable now because there's so many people in here and the lights are dark. I can kind of get away with just being over here in the corner and moving my body a little bit. But our dance was to I wake up in the morning. Oh,
Kesha?
Yeah, but Kesha, but I think they have to beep the P. Diddy.
Obviously.
But don't stop, make it drop. BJ gonna sick us up tonight. I'ma fight till we see. Yeah. What's a bottle of Jack? You know?
Wake up in the morning with a bottle of Jack.
Tick tock, make it drop.
So do you want to do the dance?
Up tonight. Well, it's like, I can't. I only remember like the first moves are and then but you kind of do whatever pose you want. And you hold it, and then you walk, and then you drop, and then you step. I was so lost. Some people were so good. I thought I missed.
I wish I could dance
my
so
calling.
bad. You missed your calling?
Well, I think if maybe my mom had put me in proper training early on, then I would be better at it. But since I never exercised,
blame it on your mom.
Right. Thanks a lot, Judy. If I had exercised those muscles, then maybe I wouldn't be so terrible at it.
Yeah. You just need to practice. You could still get good.
I considered that. I thought, I just need to take some privates. Like if I take some private hip hop classes and then maybe I really kind of just get the basics down and my body gets used to feeling it. Because I think it's foreign to me.
Yeah.
But if I get it down,
I get it down.
then I feel like that could be my thing, but I really have to commit and go all in. But I also
feels
feel
like
that
me with pottery or with jewelry making or any of that. It sounds it's exciting in the beginning, but are you gonna keep dancing? But I guess also this is a skill that could constantly come in. Like imagine you at a wedding doing a hip hop dance.
Oh, if TikTok comes on anywhere I am, I'll be like, it'll just seem like I have this, just my body's just doing this, but it's a choreographed routine that I practiced for hours.
You could have a hip hop TikTok account.
Definitely not. I don't think that would. No, I could barely even perform in front of the cameras, so they film you. And then you break up into groups of 7. So there was tons of people. You break up into groups of 7, and you perform for the camera, and then you have access to the video, so you could post it if you want or use it to study. Well, I think you have to pay extra, and I'm not paying for the video. I don't want it.
Come on, we want it.
Okay,
that
fine.
could go viral.
I'll get the video. I'll get the video just for you.
Also, did you perform in front of all the people?
If I get the video, could we insert it here in the YouTube?
Yes.
Okay. We'll pause in case that happens. Here's the video.
Wait, so you're performing it, like, are people watching while you're doing it?
Everybody in the class.
And how many people were in the class?
Like 60 or more. I mean, it was a
You're
big
brave.
group. I am brave. Thank you. That's when I should have put brave. I'm feeling brave. But I think the cool and fun part came in just because I was there with Stashira and it's something she really wanted to do. And I felt like a cool mom and I felt like a fun mom.
Yeah.
And I felt ridiculous and I was embarrassed. In fact, when the video part came around, I looked at my group of 7 and I was like, hey, I might let y'all go do it and I'm just going to sneak off into the corner. And then Stashira sort of looked at me and she's like, Mom. And then I felt ridiculous. And I thought, who cares? And then I watched other groups go because we were the last and final group. And I think it helped me seeing the other groups because they're just out there having fun. Now, granted, a lot of them were freaking awesome. But at the end of the day, they were just having fun and moving their bodies and feeling the music and not really caring about what anybody else thinks. And some people were just, it was so unexpected. Like you never know who you're next to in line at the grocery store. They might be able to drop it like it hot. And you would not think that. Because there were some people where I was like, maybe I was prejudging, but not judging in a bad way. But I just wouldn't look at them and think, I would be like,
they're probably average. They're
just whatever they say. And then what? They were some of the best dancers I've ever seen, and like very just.
So here's a question: if you could have like one party trick, what would it be? Would it be dance? Would it be singing? Would it be playing the piano? Would it be like violin? Like what would you choose?
I feel like we've done this on the Bobby Bone Show multiple times over the years because I've been on it for a very, very, very long time, and my answer has probably changed from time to time, and it rotates between being an amazing dancer. Because if like I had this skill, I would want to be a dancer for like Beyonce? On stage. Justin Timberlake, that's who it was back in the day. Like I really wanted to be a backup dancer for Justin Timberlake.
Today, who would that be? Taylor Swift?
Sure. Just so that I could be friends with her maybe.
Is she friends with all of her dancers?
She would be friends with me. Okay. Let's see. Then a piano probably comes in as a solid answer for sure, because that would be fun if you're just at a dinner and there's a piano and it's like, oh, okay, fine, I'll play like something. And then you're like, airport? Amazing. Yes. Or at a restaurant bar, hotel bar. Yes. You could just sit down and like play a song. That would be clutch. But singing would also be awesome. The thing is, I can do any of this. So
you didn't pick one. You just named them all back.
Because I had picked all of them at one point in my life. Okay. But being that I'm fresh off of a hip hop dance class and I was just in such admiration of these girls and how they were moving their bodies, I'd probably pick dance today.
Dancing was really important in college when I was in a sorority, because all of like the what were they called, philanthropies for all the different like fraternities and sororities, there was always like a performance and I could add nothing. But everybody thought all the dancers were cool. I could. That's back then. I really wish I could dance, but it's never been something that has been important since then.
Well, go to one hip hop class with me.
Yeah.
Next Thursday night, and you'll be like, okay, I want to do this.
Do you have rhythm?
I think I have. Yes, I have rhythm. Like I can find the beat and I can snap, but my brain doesn't register fast enough. Like some of these people, they saw the run through from the instructor twice and they're like, oh, no problem, got it. And then they make all these like faces, like they're all, mad at life, but then having a good time. Like their faces, they just like, they're cooking.
Facials, yeah. They're cooking.
They're cooking.
Did you watch the Dallas Cowboys cheerleading documentary?
Mm-hmm.
That didn't make me want to be a cheerleader or a dancer, but it was interesting how they were learning all of those dances so fast. They had to learn like 100 of them in like 2 weeks.
But that's what I think. Like if you brush up on that skill, it's like any muscle. You exercise that part of your brain and you'll be able to, like at least, no, I'm not discounting the gifts that people have because some people, that is a legit gift, but I do think I could pick up on it a little. No.
Dallas Cowboys cheerleader.
Not at all.
If you practice.
I don't.
If your mom would have put you in lessons.
Yes. I would have had to have started at a very young age and then been very consistent because I don't think dancing naturally comes to me. But this is just a part of how I'm feeling. This is the cool and fun
there's more
part. Right, because then I have the vulnerable and glad part. And the vulnerable is that I'm showing up today with my brows the way they are and just walking around town. I ran some errands before this and I just was like, nobody cares. Mm-mm. But I do. So that's vulnerable for me. Mm-hmm. And then I'm feeling glad because I think I'm on the home stretch of the laser brow situation. That might have been my last treatment. I maybe, it's up in the air. I went ahead and booked the next appointment, but she was acting like, let's see how this turns out. You may not need it. And I was like, okay. So I'm just glad I started because this is one of those things you want to put off. Like even when I sat down in the chair, I forgot, even though I've already had it twice before. I was like, what's the recovery time again? And she's like, no makeup for 1 week, no. And I'm like, what did I do last time? I don't remember. Mm-hmm. And that was only 8 weeks ago. How did I survive that with work and video and different things that we have? And I think I was just wearing hats and then I wore my glasses to cover my brows, like my reading glasses. So I don't really remember surviving that, but I've got to go to a funeral with my boyfriend, and I can't wear, I guess I'm going to wear glasses.
You can't wear any makeup on your face.
I can't on the brows. I can wear makeup on my face. I just chose not to today, but I can't wear a hat to the funeral. Because I think part of how
like the hat that covered, I feel like people do that. They were like, they used to like wear like the hats and then like you put it over your eyes.
I think that's like if you're the one in mourning. Like I didn't know this person.
Okay, so that would be weird.
I'm going with.
You show up in like a gown.
They're gonna be like, "Are you the wife of the deceased?" I'm like, I didn't know him.
I just had my brows lasered.
Right, just trying to cover them up. But I wear sunglasses the entire time. But my boyfriend knows them, and he asked if I would go. And then when I sat down at the laser place, and she started doing it, and I was like, shoot, I have something on Saturday where I don't really think I'm going to want to wear reading glasses, and I can't wear a hat. And she's like, well, do you want to not treat? And I'm like, well, when is a good time? Like, there's never a good time. And I think the only thing about this particular event, which happens to be a funeral, is that I'm going with him, and he's going to be seeing a lot of people that he knows, and he's going to be introducing me.
And you haven't met any of, okay.
Obviously, the bigger, more important thing is we're dealing with someone that lost their life. So who cares? Like, I'll figure this out. It doesn't really matter. I just think I feel a little naked, vulnerable, insecure walking into a situation with him. And I also want him to feel good, not like, this is my girlfriend. I don't know. Because, they're like purple. It also looks like maybe I could.
Purple.
You can't see because of the hat. They absolutely are purple. Where there's a bruise right here in a line. And what is it going to look like? We're in a unhealthy relationship. Like it's not great. But that's.
So what's your solution? Just roll with it?
I'll cross that bridge when I get there tomorrow. But I think my plan is I have these other glasses that are like aviators, but like you, I know you feel this exact same way about them. I have worn them before. I even wore them on the Bobby Bone show, and they said I look like Jeffrey Dahmer. So I think that's going to be my vibe for the funeral. Jeffrey Dahmer.
That's not a good vibe to walk into a funeral with.
I know.
Yeah.
But my other reading glasses, what I realized with those, I could wear them, but they touch my brow.
Can't you just put them on the edge of your nose?
I know if I put them on the edge of the nose, they don't cover my brows. I need them to cover the brows. So all this to say, which people are probably like, what? We don't really care. Which I totally understand. I totally get that. I get that.
But you're feeling vulnerable.
But I'm feeling vulnerable. And you're meeting your boyfriend's friends.
Yeah.
You want to feel cute, even though you're at a funeral, which feels weird to say.
Yeah.
So I guess I determined it doesn't really matter. I just need to go and support him and do my thing. And no one will even care or think twice about my brows. It's my own insecurity. But I'm just glad it's almost over. Yeah. I'm glad that I started it several months ago, and I've been consistent and diligent with the treatments, and hopefully we'll be done. And then I had posted about it on social media, and someone asked me if I would get them remicrobladed. And I originally thought yes. I originally thought when I started the laser process that I was gonna redo them once the old ones were gone. And now I don't know. Because A, I have mastered putting them on. And B, if I ever need to remove them again, I don't want to go through this.
Yeah.
Ever. Again, it has not been a simple process.
Yeah, because we're on this journey of Botox, no Botox, you want to let your face breathe for a little bit to see what you're going to do.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know, but I'm definitely glad that we're getting close. So these are all my feelings.
Okay.
I'll keep you posted on my Jeffrey Dahmer funeral look.
Yeah, send us pics. I want the video of you dancing, and I want to see your Jeffrey Dahmer funeral look. Also interesting, you'd rather have that look than the woman in mourning look.
Well, I don't have a woman in mourning hat, so I guess I'd have to find that. And then also I feel like my boyfriend would be like, what are you wearing? Why are you wearing that ridiculous hat? And I'm like, this is my funeral hat.
But I wear it to every funeral.
I have a couple cowgirl hats, and I do think that is also how, if I think back to when I had my last laser, how I was surviving some work events that I had to do. I was wearing my cowgirl hat.
I was like, you can't wear the cowgirl hat to the funeral for sure. I thought that's where you're going with that.
Wait, well, why wouldn't I be able to wear a cowgirl hat to a funeral? Is that not?
That feels
feels like a bit much. But what if I was a cowgirl?
But you're not. That feels,
I'm from Texas.
Okay, okay. I'm not the expert on funerals. I feel like I would rather you wear a lady in mourning hat than a cowgirl hat.
Okay, so my options
who
are
cares?
Lady in mourning hat, cowgirl hat, or Jeffrey Dahmer glasses.
Yeah, I feel like okay.
Or I raw dog it and just wear my brows. Like, I just go
that
nothing.
That is an option.
I don't know
okay.
So that's going to work.
Yeah, let us know what you do. This is going to be very interesting. You have some good options.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. I'll keep you posted. I know that I talked a little bit about Stashira having, her hip hop desire. Like, she loved it so much. Like, she wants to do it. But I do have a Stevenson update for you that I don't know if I've given it to you yet. So for anybody listening, Stevenson's my son. Stashira's my daughter. So she's into hip hop right now. I can tell she got the bug. She said, if you take privates, can I join?
Wait, you really talked about taking privates?
I really did. Yes. Yeah. Why not?
I love this for you. No, I want you to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could be my thing.
Yeah.
So Stevenson has a girlfriend. Yeah. It's kind of a big deal.
Wait, what? Great. How old is he?
He's going to be in 8th grade.
Okay. That's okay.
Mm-hmm. And I have to tell you the cutest story. So they went to the movies. So her mom dropped them off, and I'm friends with her parents, so it's kind of fun. We even had a group text with the mom and the dad there, and then me and Ben. Like, the mom said, hey, just who knows if this is going to last 2 weeks, 2 months, or 2 days. But just, this is so cool, how fun. But also they have a son that our son is friends with, and he would do sleepovers over there. And she's like, well, now that he's dating his sister or their boyfriend and girlfriend, no more sleepovers. Hope y'all are on board with that. And I'm like, oh yeah, well, I was going to say the same exact thing. So glad we're on the same page. So we are friends, and that makes it fun. She picked them up, dropped them off at the movies, and I had to pick them up. So I pick them up. And then after we dropped her off at home, I was like, so did y'all sit by each other? And there was other people there too. And he said, yeah, we sat by each other, but we had our other friends around. And I said, well, did you hold her hand? And he said, oh, not yet. And I said, oh, okay, well, I was just curious. He goes, I'm taking things slow, but I am going to be smooth, like melted butter. And I was like, where did you even get this saying? Like, where did you hear that? And he's like, I made it up, but that's my vibe. Like melted butter.
Okay, so I have some questions about this. If his friend wants to sleep over here.
Yeah, his friend can sleep over here. It's just that he can't sleep over there because she's there. That's his sister.
Is she older, younger, same age?
No, they're the same age.
Okay. And this is kind of messy. Like your friend is now dating your sister. Is it?
Yeah, I think they're at the age
that
where
it doesn't matter.
The brother thinks it's kind of cool. He's like, I'll let you. The brother was actually in the car when I picked them up too. And the brother got in the front seat with me. And then Stevenson and his girlfriend sat in the back. And Steven said, oh, Eli, you're sitting up front. And he's like, I'll let you two lovebirds sit in the back. Like,
okay.
Yeah. Sort of.
That's so fun.
Like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so how do you feel?
I feel good. I'm glad he's having this experience. Kind of cute and fun watching him FaceTime. And I just hope, if it doesn't work out, that it doesn't impact any friendships or anything that they have. I'm like, we're too young for this, but it is kind of sweet to see him like somebody.
Yeah.
And for her to feel the same way.
Other. Mm-hmm. I had a boyfriend in 7th grade for 2 weeks, and we didn't speak to each other for the 2 weeks. I think he would like message me on AIM, but that's it. If we saw each other at school, we would walk the other way.
Yeah, when I had boyfriends in elementary school, we would talk on the phone all the time. And then, when I would see him at school, we didn't speak at all. But by junior high, if I had a boyfriend, we would talk in the halls.
Oh, well, stuff. I guess. What's junior high to you? Middle school?
6th, 7th, 8th.
Oh, okay. You were more mature than me.
Yeah, I can see that. Just kidding. something came up on the Bobby Bone show about dating, and if you would take $1 million to break up with your partner, and we were all like, no. Well, what about 5 million? And some people on the show were like, oh yeah, I'm out. Like
Current?
Yes, current. I'm out. And I was saying no. And they're like, what? You're in a new relationship. I said, well, we've been dating 8 months. And also, I feel like I wouldn't keep dating him if I didn't think we were actually going somewhere. And the thought of going back into dating, like the only time I dated before this season, obviously I was married for about 17 years, but then dating back in the day, or gosh, we were just talking about elementary school, junior high, high school, like those are the years where it's real fun. In your 40s and 50s, I haven't found it to be like super fun. It's actually exhausting, and it was just a lot. And the type of men that are available, at least maybe I just hadn't met the right ones, my experience. Now, I had some that are nice. Yes, I'm not saying a blanket statement that they're all bad, but it just wasn't super fun, or it seemed like there was a lot of available men that were fitting what I was looking for. So the fact that I found someone that I really enjoy being with, and vice versa, he enjoys being with me, I don't want to throw that away. Yes, is that a ton of money? Sure. But I'd rather have my lifestyle the same and not have that money and not be lonely. Anyway, the thought of dating just felt exhausting to me. So I just didn't know if you would take $1 million and break up with Big P.
So even if I would lie, I think.
Okay.
I wouldn't, but like, the reason I'm saying that is I'm shocked that anybody would admit that who has a current partner. That is just asking to be in a fight.
So like if you're, okay, oh my gosh, I'm glad you're saying this. So I brought back to the guys, I went and asked my boyfriend this, and I said that he said the same thing as me, that he wouldn't take it. And they all said that exact same thing. They're like, well, he's not going to tell you the truth. Like,
imagine he says yes.
Then you're going to want to break up with him.
If you're asking him that, you're just like asking that for affirmation, I think, really. Like, see, he wouldn't do it. But if you would do it, it's a fake scenario. So like, it's not like if it's really happening, maybe they would do it because then they get the $5 million. But if it's a fake scenario, that's just asking for a fight. So I don't trust anybody's answers, but I'm extra curious why somebody would admit that unless they're just trying to ruffle some feathers.
Right.
Like, if you're in a happy marriage,
No.
Actually, no.
You're not in a happy marriage if you're saying yes to that, because I would say towards the end of my marriage, if you were to be like, here's $5 million, I'd be like, okay. But it sounds horrible to say, but we ended up divorcing anyway. And I know that because I'm on the other side of it.
Yeah.
So I'm able to say that now in jest.
Yeah.
But anyway, just the thought of me dating now felt exhausting. So I didn't know with you, like if you were to somehow end up in the dating pool, let's put this money hypothetical aside. Like, could you imagine dating again right now?
So that's a mixed question for me, because it doesn't feel that long ago to me. I've been with Patrick for 3.5 years, but I did a lot of dating all through my 20s and early 30s. So I was very used to that, where you weren't used to it. So I think it wouldn't. Now, do I want to jump back into that? No. And I'm glad that you said this. The pool is different. Like post 30, because of the way that our society does get, and the times that people get married, people are usually either in relationships or there can be some other stuff going on, So and I'm trying to say this not to like make myself look bad, but like the availability of healthy people gets lower and lower as we get older. So no, I don't want to be in that again, but also a lot of my friends are in it. So I wouldn't be alone.
That's true. Yeah. I don't want to make it also seem so miserable for those that might be in it or entering it. Like, there can be a lot of fun that comes from it and growth.
I have some good times.
Yeah.
Like
you have good times, you have bad times.
I am really grateful for my experience because I learned a lot through my dating experience. And I had some bad, do I want to go on the bad dates again, or like have the experiences where like my feelings were really hurt? No, but some of the stories are really funny. And I'm like, well, that was exciting, you know?
Yeah. And you have those stories you can bust out.
Yeah,
from
I have
time to time.
my date jar that we put them all in. So like, actually, that should be a show we do one day. Is I bring the date jar and we read them.
Oh, 100%. You must bring the date jar, and we just pull it out.
Yeah,
and we
and
just
read them.
Read.
Okay,
Yes.
all right.
Date jar episode.
Okay. Also, speaking of exhausted, I was on Instagram and I saw this post from Dr. Amy Shaw, and she had like a definition of a word, which was exhausterwhelmulated.
I'm going to try to put together all the words I think those are. So is it a combination of exhausted, overwhelmed, and overstimulated?
Yes. All at once. And I clocked it because I've been feeling, not in the dating world, in my relationship, but I've been feeling, you know this, like crazy. I think every day I've probably texted you being like, I feel crazy today because I have a lot going on. And it felt chaotic. And I think I was telling myself a story that it was bad. You know, like I'm so busy. I have so much to do. That this is bad. It was like, I think the behind the scenes, like there was this message of like, this is not good. And then I was talking to my therapist about it, because one thing that I do know about myself is I am impulsive. So I do a lot of like how you would start individual private dance lessons from taking one dance class. Like that's something I would do. I get an idea in my head and I just do it. And two things came out of that conversation. One, she was like, well, has that gotten you in trouble? Like that, how you function that way? And I said, no, actually, that has been what has gotten me most of the things that I really love in my life. Like I don't think too much about things. I want to start a podcast. I just start a podcast. Yeah, I want to open a practice. I just opened a practice. I wanted to be a cycling instructor. I had no experience of teaching fitness or riding bikes indoors. I did that. I wanted to go, I get asked on a date. I go on the date. Like I don't think too much about that kind of stuff, big things. And I think if I thought too much about them, I wouldn't do them. You know, I would analyze them. Like with the cycling, I'd be like, oh, would I be good at that? Would that be embarrassing? How would I feel? What would my friends think? Like, I didn't think of any of that. I just did it. And so she was like, okay, well, maybe this could be one of those things with the stuff that I was taking on. And then we kept talking and I realized the anxiety that I felt is more, I'm excited. Like I'm taking on this stuff. We're trying to move. I don't know. I'm trying to keep that a secret. Like it's not.
Well, I think you have other things going on too, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like to me, the moving is like a small part of it.
Yeah,
I get
you're
that
right.
Moving is a huge deal. I mean, they say top 5 things that can add stress to your life. Moving is one of them.
Yeah.
So there is a lot going on, but I think you have other factors that are feeding into that, which, you know, you may talk about one day, you maybe won't, but
it's
I
funny
just
that
give
I
yourself some grace. Because don't you think?
Yeah, yes. But also with that too, that there's no question in my mind about that part of what you're talking about.
I guess it can just like
magnify.
Yeah.
With the moving, I'm like, is this the right time? Is this like, am I just doing this because I'm impulsive? I was like questioning it and I'm like, wait a second. I have to remember that when I don't question myself, yes, there are times you should think through things. And I'm not just like, oh, I like this house. I don't know how much money I have. I'm going to buy it. Like, I know that there's certain things that you have to think about when you're buying a house and moving. But when I don't overanalyze things and I trust myself and allow myself to like lead myself, things have worked for me. And now those roads weren't perfect. Like with the cycling instructing, the first audition I didn't make it. It was actually quite embarrassing.
Wait, you didn't make it like at a studio? Like you were auditioning to become an instructor and they didn't hire you?
They didn't hire me.
Oh no.
And then the second place that I auditioned, what's funny is I interviewed, I reached out to them because I wanted to just manage the studio. I was having a crisis and I was like, God, I shouldn't be a therapist anymore. I'm going to manage a gym. I know.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Like,
So I think she was like, keep your job.
like you can still be a therapist, but you need to go see a therapist.
Yes. She's like, keep your job, but you might like, what if you audition to be an instructor? And I was like, oh, I've done that once. And they said no. So I was like, okay, sure. And that audition, it's funny because the trainer would joke about it later, but she was like, you were really bad. And I had to like stop you and like change some things. But she was like, I saw that you're trainable and teachable. And so I took that like idea of potential.
I need to know like what your bad class was. I need to know like what made it bad. I mean, you just like turn the knob up a little bit. Like how could you, I mean, you got to have good music and then just like yell at some encouraging things.
So an audition though isn't a full class. It's just, well, okay. Do you want to know about the 2 auditions? Is this? Okay.
I mean, I guess, yes, now I'm invested. Okay. I'm just curious. Like you need to be inspirational. You need good music and you got to do some hills and some sprints.
So the first place that I auditioned, it wasn't open yet. So we had to send a video in and answer some questions. They invited us back and then they did individual little auditions in this like apartment complex where they just had this one bike in the corner and they played music off of a phone and they said, we can teach you how to be an instructor. We just want to make sure that you have rhythm. But like,
oh
yeah. So I like couldn't really hear the music. So I guess maybe I didn't have rhythm. I remember they played like a Taylor Swift song. And what they did was they kept like changing the music so you would have to find the beat really fast. So I guess maybe they were like, she doesn't have rhythm. Never heard from them again. The other one, which is usually what it's like to audition, is you go into a room of nobody, like 2 people that are judging you, and you just teach to fake people. And we did like 30 seconds of 2 songs. So I guess my 30 seconds of 2 songs of my fake teaching was not great. Yeah.
Like, give me an example. Like, what'd you say? Like, hey, everybody, welcome to class. Like,
I don't know what I said, but I know what one of my songs was Haley Steinfeld's Starving. That da, 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 da.
I don't know. I'm sure I would know that one if I heard it.
And the Justin Timberlake Trolls song, I Got This Feeling
Inside My Soul.
Which I would never play either of those songs like now.
Yeah.
But they chose me, but then you had to go through a boot camp.
So they molded you.
And then you could get cut every day of the boot camp.
And you survived?
Somehow. Like, I honestly am like, why? Yeah. Eventually I got good after doing it I got decent after doing it for years. But in the beginning, I would love to know what people truly thought about my classes. Yeah.
I can't speak
I'm
to
glad
them
I don't have those videos.
I never came. Yeah. I was like, speaking of videos, we need to know, especially that one of you where they're just filming you alone on a bike in the corner of an apartment. I'm like, are you sure you were at an audition? Like, what?
But also like, I was nervous. So I'm like, I bet they could like hear me like breathing over the like low music. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's bad.
When things are quiet, it's so much easier to be confident in loud spaces. You know?
Like at the hip hop class, when I showed up and there was more people and it was dark and loud, I let loose.
Yeah.
Like if there had only been 10 people in this massive room, I don't think I would have been able to shake it off.
Yeah.
Like, because I had to really psych
more
myself
intimate.
up.
And like, I feel like when I'm talking in front of people, if I have a microphone, I feel more confident. But if I have to project my own voice, there's like a vulnerability in that. You know?
Yeah.
Anyway, I didn't mean to really talk about that. I really was bringing that up because I thought it was interesting that I had this experience where I'm like, this is bad that you feel this way. And my anxiety was actually excitement. And I didn't allow I eventually did, but for a period of time, I wasn't allowing myself to listen to that. I was just I was making assumptions about my feelings versus really, really listening to them.
So how are you supposed to know? I mean, this is good, especially since this is a Feeling Things podcast about our feelings. Like, what if somebody else listening right now is like, I've been feeling some anxiety around XYZ in my life. And now they're wondering, what if it's actually excitement?
Yeah. Well, I think talking to people about it, because I think I was having this looping conversation in my head and I was asking, that's why therapists need to go to therapy, because I cannot be non-judgmental towards myself. I have all of my bias inside of me pointing back at me. So the questions that I'm asking myself can be very different than the questions that somebody else would ask me. And one of the things she asked me was, what are you looking for when you're talking to other people about these things? Because at one point I was like, nobody's telling me what to do. Nobody that I was talking to about these decisions I was making was telling me what to do. They were all saying, you have to make this decision. And I was like, even you, like, you're not telling me what to do. Like, I want somebody to tell me what to do. And she was like, are you sure? Because what if I said, do this? Because then she was like, well, how do you show up when people tell you what to do? And I go, actually, I hate when people tell me what to do.
You hate it. It's almost like you're like, I want somebody to tell me what to do, but also I hate when people tell me what to do.
So she was like, okay, so maybe you're not looking for that. And I said, you know what? I'm just looking for people to affirm what I already know that I want. That's what I want. But people can't affirm what I am. One, that I might have to affirm myself. But also, people can't affirm this unless I'm sharing it with them too. Some of the stuff I wasn't sharing with people.
So because you were overwhelmulated,
yeah,
you couldn't identify the excitement?
Yes. Yeah. Full circle.
Overwhelmulated. Do you think that'll make the dictionary?
Why wouldn't it? Mm-hmm. That is so helpful. We don't have to say 3 words. We say one and we can understand what it means.
Mm-hmm. I'm just overwhelmulated.
Okay. Back off.
Yeah.
And affirm me.
Yeah. Do you even know what overwhelmulated means?
I do.
Yeah.
I don't think my therapist did.
I know.
Like,
but
language
if you say that to somebody, they're going to be like, you're overwhelmulated? Yeah. Think about it.
I'm like, that's not even a real word. And you're going to say, look it up in the dictionary. And they're going to say, it's not in there.
Is it? No, that's not. It's not even overwhelmulated. Isn't it? Hold on. Exhausterwhelmulated.
Overwhelmulated is too easy of a word. Exhausterwhelmulated.
Exhausterwhelmulated.
Hey, we could add exhauster overwhelmulated.
Exhausterwhelmulated.
Anyway.
Well, I love that.
Yeah.
Now we know. Exhausterwhelmulated.
Yeah. I went through a whole journey this week of feeling like, oh, this is bad, to like, wait a second. This is very exciting. This is a very exciting time.
Mm-hmm. It is. Mm-hmm. I had to listen to my gut this week too on my emergency contact. I have to get a new passport because mine expires at the end of the year. So I'm just trying to do all the paperwork. So I was filling everything out, took my new photo, submitting it all online. And I had to enter my emergency contact. Well, the last time I did my passport, my emergency contact was my husband at the time. And I thought, well, who's going to be my new emergency contact? I can't put my boyfriend because, well, what if we break up?
Because this is for like the next 10 years.
Yes, the next 10 years, which I don't think we're going to break up. He says that I say that a lot. Like, I'll be like, what if we break up? Or you should just go ahead and break up with me.
Amy.
I don't know why. I don't know. I think I just try to get ahead of it just in case. That's not healthy.
Are you saying that when you're in conflict?
I'm exhausterwhelmulated.
Okay.
No, not when we're in conflict. More like I say it totally jokingly. It's in a very light moment, but I'm maybe admitting something about myself where I'm just like, okay, fine. If you're just going to break up with me, just probably do it now. Okay. But it's like
a defense
is there
mechanism.
A hidden thing underneath and like why I keep doing that? And he's like, you've been saying that a lot lately. And I said, I have? Okay, I'll work on that. Because I don't want to manifest that either.
That feels like a defense mechanism where like, I'm just going to call this, it's like image management. When I like call something out about myself before somebody else can notice it so I can get ahead of it. It's like, well, just break up with me. So then what you also probably want him to say is, why would I do that? You know?
Yeah, I know when I'm fishing for a fight or
and I do
something.
That too.
And I totally do that. But I don't think I'm fishing for him to be like, I'm not going to break up with you. Because I do think I'm saying it in lighter moments. I'm not actually expecting a response, but I didn't realize how much I was doing it.
Yeah.
So it almost could be on a subconscious level. It's lingering back there. So maybe I need to listen to subliminals that are like, you're secure in your relationship. Have no fear. You are fine. He does not want to break up with you.
You can put him as your emergency contact.
Yeah. Well, I don't know that we would go that far. But I did have to, I was checking in. I was like, what do I was like, I could keep Ben. And honestly, Ben and I's co-parenting and friendship relationship is the best it's been right now.
Yeah.
And I'm so proud of us. It hasn't always been this great. It's been good. And then it's had rocky moments for sure that were sort of circumstantial. And now it's just really seems healthy and good. And I'm very, 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 very thankful for that. We're even working on a charity event together.
Wait, but how would Alex feel if you put your ex-husband as your emergency contact?
Well, it wouldn't be that I was putting him. It would be that I would just leave him. As
Okay.
I know. But yeah.
You're like, whoops, I didn't know that I had to redo that.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying I had to listen to my gut. I'm like, oh, this would not even be right. But it just seemed like, I think I just felt a little like, ugh. There's parts of me, like my younger part of me, that never saw myself getting divorced. And so this was a moment where I'm having to face a decision that equals that I got divorced. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It's like bigger than just
it's like Ben's always going to be in my life because we have kids together. And what if I'm on a trip with my kids? It makes sense that Ben would be the emergency contact. You know, like I just left the country with the kids a couple of weeks ago, and Ben would be who we would need to contact because he's the father of my kids. So I didn't think it was that far fetched. But then I had to listen to my gut. My gut was like, find somebody else.
Yeah.
But then parts of me that had a little bit of shame of like, well, you wouldn't even be in this situation if you had just figured out your marriage and then you never got divorced, you know? But then I was like, stop, we're not doing that. Stop, we're not going to do that.
So this was a big
internal conversation with myself.
Yeah.
Yes. So then ultimately, drum roll, I decided on my sister.
Which is,
I mean, that might be obvious to some people, like, oh, just pick your sister. But for whatever reason, she wasn't popping into my head right away. And then I was like, I don't have a mom. I don't have a dad. I don't have a husband. But then I figured out, oh yeah, I have a sister.
Oh.
And gosh darn it, she loves me.
And gosh darn it, she would love to be your
emergency contact, right?
Yeah.
And then, of course, I know I have friends that I could sign up for that position too. And honestly, let's just hope I'm never in a situation where I have my passport, because that would mean I'm likely in another country and we have to contact an emergency contact. That just seems freaky to me. I don't want anything to ever happen to me in a foreign country.
Yeah, but that's a big deal, and I like your road that you went down on to get there. I like the internal dialogue you had, and I think this also is like probably a big deal for other people too.
Deciding on
emergency contacts, whether they have never been married before, or they're going through something like you, where they got divorced and now they're getting a new document, or they have to answer this question for the first time. Like, I think that can be it's a realization of what happened, like what you said.
Yeah. Speaking of the charity event that Ben and I are doing, I just realized that I've sort of had some internal dialogue and made up this whole thing, and you would be involved in it a little bit too. So I kind of need to go over it with you after this.
Wait.
I know you don't like being told what to do, but this is for foster kids. So
wait, you mean after we're done recording?
Well, we just need it in the next week or so. Okay. I need to update you on some decisions that I have made.
I've been agreed to do
on behalf of foster children.
Okay.
And it'll involve our listeners too. I think it's going to be fun. I think you're going to love it. And Big P can be there.
Okay.
And then my boyfriend can be there. And then my ex-husband will be there. Good times. My former emergency contact.
And your future emergency contact?
Yeah, potential emergency contact. We'll be all hanging out together. Do you like Topgolf?
I love Topgolf.
Well, guess what? It's going to be at Topgolf.
You know, the last time I did a charity at Topgolf, I won.
Shut up.
Yeah. I won a 6-month membership to Topgolf. However, I didn't know that it started effective immediately. So I waited 6 months to activate it, and then it was expired. So I'd love to win another one.
Well, I had no idea I might have the winner on my team. Like
me?
Because you would be on my team.
I think my team carried me, though. I don't know that it was me. My team won. Sorry. That was a little false advertising.
100% false advertising. You said, did you know I won?
I did win. I did win. I was on the winning team, so therefore I won. And I was the head of the team, so I got to have the membership.
Okay. Well, we can talk offline about this a little bit, but since I dropped like a hint, we will have listeners that are going to pretty much just be able to come be a part of this. And they won't have to pay anything because we have a sponsor that is covering like an underwriting the entire event. So that part's paid for. There are other people, there are other sponsorship opportunities for different bays where companies could bring a team if they want to, or families could come and build it. But since we have the underwriter, which is Taylor Farms, shout out, they, everything with Topgolf, the fees for that is covered. So whatever money comes in for the event, 100% will go to the foster.
That's amazing.
Home. So,
and Patrick will love that too.
Yeah. And what's going to be fun for us, since Taylor Farms paid for several bays for us, we're just going to get to invite listeners and they get to bring a guest. And it'll be like a fun outing. And it's for Isaiah 117 House. If anybody's familiar, they're a nationwide organization. But where Ben and I go to church, we still go to the same church. They're very involved with that. And Ben has gotten involved in it. And we wanted the kids to be involved. And then as part of our healthy co-parenting, we're like, well, it might be good if our kids see us giving back to something together. And so I'm going to need to give you the date. We'll share all the details on the podcast later, but it'll probably be a giveaway that we'll do on our Instagram to listeners. So we'll give you all the information here, but then y'all need to follow us, Failing Things Podcast, and it'll be something really easy, basically like swipe here, comment here, and we'll just select somebody, and then you'll get to come with a guest to Topgolf for an evening there, and it includes like a fajita buffet and Topgolf top contender prizes.
And maybe I'll win another membership and I'll use it this time.
And I'll actually use it. Okay, so sorry I hadn't shared any of that with you yet, but I was like, Kat will be totally into this.
What if I was like, I'm not doing that? Also,
I just don't think that our friendship wouldn't really work out if you were into that, because it's not like I'm signing you up for something like horrible. It's actually like something good, and then also something fun, because we have been looking for a way to connect with listeners. And
Were you nervous to tell me?
No, I just get forgetting. I think because, I've known you had a lot going on. So it's like between your stuff going on, and then I had my kids this week, and it sort of finalized this week. Ben and I had a call. And so you could see where this week, it just hadn't come up yet.
Yeah. I didn't know if you felt like I was being SIB lately.
But I was SIB this week too. And if y'all are new to listening, SIB is when you're talking to your friend, you can just use that acronym and be like, SIB, which means sorry, I bitchy. And it helps lighten the mood. But Kat was SIB this week. I was SIB this week. So do you see how with our SIB-ness, I didn't have time to talk to you about how I was signing you up to join me?
That would really throw us over the edge.
Yeah. But I think it'll be a fun night.
Yeah.
And I would tell you the date right now, but it's like, I know iHeart Festival is the weekend of the 20th of September, and it's the weekend after that. So probably like the 26th or something, that Friday. Tell me you're not going to be in like Vermont. Are you here?
I was going to be in Vermont.
On September 26th? That was the date? It was meant to be that got canceled.
Or it might have been the week before that, but we were looking at that. I don't remember what day. It doesn't matter because I canceled it. Yeah. That's crazy.
Serendipitous.
Yeah.
I know you were pretty bummed about having to cancel that trip, but see how it worked out? Now you get to...
I really wasn't that bummed when I thought about it. That's another one of those things is like, I thought that like you should be sad about this, but I am actually more excited about why I had to cancel that.
Yeah.
And I canceled it for Topgolf. I just didn't know.
Yeah. Yeah. See?
Yeah.
Everything works out sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
I just don't like that saying. You know how some people say it? Like,
it'll all work out in the end. If it hasn't worked out yet, then it's not the end.
Everything always works out for me. That's like the subliminals that I listen to. I don't
lucky
mind
girl syndrome.
I don't mind programming my subconscious mind to think that way though. But I don't want to outwardly just be that way.
Well, the whole lucky girl syndrome thing. That
So we could do a lucky girl syndrome deep dive.
We could. There's something recently that went viral on the internet about somebody saying that like when they wanted to get pregnant, they just were like, I am manifesting that I have a healthy uterus and that I will get pregnant. And then she said on every time she tried, she got pregnant. And I'm like, if it was that easy,
then I would have gotten pregnant. And guess
7
what?
months ago.
I have like a bajillion negative pregnancy tests that I can show you from about 2011 that are proof that. But you know what,
Yeah.
Kat?
What?
When I was trying to get pregnant, I didn't do that. I didn't say.
Okay, stop. That's right. That is why it's toxic, because then people are like, well, if I would have done that, then I wouldn't have to done this or that, or like, come on. It's not. Yes, I think believing positive thoughts, having positive thoughts cannot hurt you, and it probably will help you. It is not
a guarantee
going to make it or break it.
Yes, I agree. But, you know, even when my mom was sick, her doctors said through and through, they see it with patients all over. The more positive you are, the better experience you have. But none of them were saying it means you're going to survive this and you're going to beat cancer. But your experience is going to be night and day.
Yes. Yeah.
So I think that is what I'm saying is I never even gave myself that chance. I never said, uterus, you are strong, you are healthy,
you are kind,
you are
meant
important to carry a baby. You can do this. You are a baby magnet.
But okay, to be honest, I haven't done that either, but I have had a very positive attitude in my head. I'm like, I will get pregnant. I just don't know when, but that hasn't gotten me pregnant. So I think that type of content or those kinds of stories, if that worked for her, great. But I also think she didn't get pregnant because she said that.
Right.
She just said that and she also got pregnant. You see what I'm saying?
I know, but she has the lucky girl syndrome.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to do a deep dive on that. I would love to.
Okay. All right. Well, we hope y'all have the day
you need to have.
Bye.
Bye.